Welcome to All Things Marketing Podcast, the podcast that talks all things marketing for both franchise and multi-location marketing leaders. ATM is brought to you by PureDriven. We'll show you how to turn your brand into a money-making machine. Here's your host, Steve Rockwood.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to ATM. My name is Steve Rockwood. I am the marketing manager at PureDriven. Today, we are going to talk about Facebook best practices. I am joined by special guest Nick Edlund, a Facebook marketing technician here at PureDriven. Nick, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Steve. You know, it's finally starting to warm up out there, which is really nice. So, how are you doing?
I am doing well. I drove up here 3 hours just to talk to you.
Wow, I really appreciate that. It makes me feel extra special.
I'm glad. Nice, warm day to drive up and sit in the car and absorb the sun through the windows, you know.
It really is.
Like we do up here in Minnesota.
It's the only way you get heat sometimes.
Well, we are talking about Facebook best practices today, and seeing as you are a Facebook technician here at PureDriven, you know quite a bit about this stuff.
I do. I've been working with it for about 5 years now, so every single day I'm in there messing around with Facebook.
Awesome. Well, my first question for you, I usually ask 3 questions. So
Okay.
My first one for you is, how should brands be using Facebook organically?
Well, I think organically the best thing they can do is just consistently post content. You know, show people what you're selling. Take pictures of racks of your products. Maybe just individual items too. Post at least twice a week. You want to have a presence on Facebook. Show customers that you're there, and that they can go to your page, get updates about store sales, events, and if there's a closing for weather or something like that too. Is just constantly have that presence on Facebook.
Gotcha. And for Facebook, how many times per day would you recommend a store post?
It really depends what they're selling. One thing you do too, you don't want to overload people with stuff. You don't want them, every time they go on their phone that your ad is popping up. But I would say at least once a day, maybe once early, once late, 2 at the most. Just keep a good number like that.
Yeah, definitely. And we actually did an experiment here once where we took one of our pages that had, it's like 150,000 likes on it, and we decided to try and post more than twice per day. And the engagement after 2 posts per day just dropped dramatically.
Yeah, people get sick of looking at it. They don't want to see it all the time. Just enough. You want to just kind of give them a hint every now and then. So.
Yep. So that 1 to 2 is a good number for sure. So we talked about organic, but then on the ad side of things, we're actually paying for stuff. How should brands be using Facebook ads?
Yeah. Well, the first thing I think, and probably the most important thing, is to get those likes up by creating a likes campaign. You get people to like your page. They're going to see your ads regardless if you're putting money behind them or not, because they like your page. They will get notified on their timeline about that. So first thing you want to do is get that likes campaign going. We like to have people get their likes up to at least 3,000, our clients. Then we kind of taper that off, because sometimes once you hit that level, you just kind of start losing them after that. But at least 3,000, that's a good number. Then obviously you're going to promote your sales and events. We'll do boosted posts about sales that are coming up. We target those to people specifically in a certain demographic with age, location, by product too. And then also, events. So if you have an event going on, we'll create an event response campaign that puts people right to your event. Try to get that attendance up, get people to go and actually attend the event. So there's things like that you can do. And also it depends what you're selling, but you can sell stuff outright right on Facebook. So if you're a store that has a consistent inventory, consistent products, you can sell your stuff right to people right through Facebook too.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, if you're not a business owner, I saw on the Facebook Marketplace, you can actually boost your Marketplace posts now. So
yeah,
something I saw pop up recently.
They're constantly changing. There's always new things every single day. And Facebook is one thing. It's definitely always changing. So it's always a challenge.
Yeah, always got to keep up with it.
Absolutely.
So my final question for you, Nick, is what advice would you offer to a retail store owner looking to grow their business using Facebook?
Well, the first thing I suggest, and probably the most important, is to sign up with PureDriven. As an owner, you got other things to worry about. You got employees, you got just managing your store day to day. You don't have time to get on there and post and boost these sales you're having. Work with us, work with PureDriven. That's what we do. Also, if you do work with us, be in contact with us. Let us know what's coming up. You got a sale coming up. This is what we want promoted. We will get those ads out there, targeting the right audiences, get people to engage with the posts, and get to the sales, which is the most important thing. Again, I suggest at least post twice a week, images of your merchandise. Also, use your employees. If you have employees, get them in your images. Get them in, short videos of them just interacting with the merchandise. If customers see that, hey, look at this. The employees are having fun at the store. This is probably gonna be a fun place to go and shop and and spend my money. So, I think that's really important. Just showcase your products, showcase your employees. That's definitely key.
Yeah, that all makes a lot of sense. And thank you for joining me today, Nick. I'm sure we will have you on the show again some other time to talk some Facebook, some Instagram, maybe some other interest about you that I have no idea.
Hey, I'm an open book. You can ask me anything, Steve. So
awesome.
I appreciate it.
If you have any questions for Nick, feel free to shoot me an email, steve.rockwood@puredriven.com, and we'll have him back on the show to answer those. We've had a few question and answers in the past, so thank you for sending those in. That's all we have time for today, so thank you for joining me, Nick, and thank you, everyone, for listening to the podcast. We'll catch you here next time on ATM.
You just listened to All Things Marketing Podcast. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast to catch every new episode every day. Want to be a guest on the show? Sign up at puredriven.com/guest. See you tomorrow here at the ATM.